Well, seeing as how I've graduated high school and I used to be a band member, I shall regale you with the tales of a high school band member. Well, I guess former high school band member. So, I was a tuba. Because I was one of the few people that could actually play it. But, I got a couple stories here. We're just gonna go down my personal experiences. School band. I was in band since, 5th grade, I want to say. Yeah, 5th grade, because that's when they separated music into, 3 classes. They had band, orchestra, and choir. And I was like, I can't sing. I don't want to play a violin or cello or anything like that. I'll be in band. And then, high school starts, I'm like, I learned more about, the marching band life. And it's, it's intense. It is. Especially October, which is where, everything is scheduled. Pretty much every contest is in October. There's football games that you need to go to in October. But, after that, that's when it dies down. And one of the most important positions that you can have in the band is loading crew. Now, the loading crew is essentially the group of people, who load our truck so we can get all of our equipment to where we need to go. I was never a full member of loading crew. I'm just going to say that straight up. I was never, definitively on the loading crew. But if they needed help and I was there, I would step up and I would go, hey, need an extra arm? Let's go. And I believe it was the last away game, because we don't pack trucks on home games. Last away game, we were packing up, the loading crew's packing up. We put our instruments right in front of the truck so that they could have everything where they needed. And I noticed that half the loading crew isn't there. Normally it's about 8 to 10 people, give or take, on a good day. I think it was 8. But I only see 3 or maybe 4 members up there actually loading the truck. And I know we brought more. So I get a member of my section. I'm like, hey, they need our help. Let's go. He's like, all right. So we put our stuff down. We're like, hey, you need a couple extra arms? We're like, yes. So we get up on the truck. And good thing we already had a tuba on the loading crew, so we had a good connection. So they let us do stuff. Like, all right, what instrument we need? What equipment do we need? Where do we put it? So, we start putting things on the truck. People are up there moving. And we're halfway done loading. And I step out onto the little platform that we had so that we could lift the heavier stuff. And I just see half the loading crew, the ones that weren't on the truck, just standing out there, not doing their job. So, of course, when it's cold out, I'm a bit tired, hot, and angry. Because, I'm doing a job that I shouldn't have to, because there was other people that should have been doing their job. I get a little upset. So I yell at them, I was like, hey, come on, let's go. There's no time to be chatting. And one of them claps back, it's like, Jackson, what are you doing on the truck? And I, without hesitation, your job. And I'm glad that the head euphonium was there on loading crew. He was on the truck. He's like, all right, look. We don't need this right now. You don't talk to him. You don't talk to him. Got it? All right, let's go. I'm glad he was there because he calmed me down. So, thanks to him, because he really calmed me down. I was a bit angry that night. I remember I apologized to the guy I yelled at, because I was like, dude, come on. It's my last year. It's my last home game. You weren't doing your job. I'm sorry for yelling at you. And he's like, all right. So we settled it. And speaking of away games and contests and all that, how do we get there? Of course, on school buses. I have a bad history with my school's buses, because they were not fun to sit on. Because as a tall guy, I'm nearly 6'4". I need a lot of room I remember because I would always sit by myself so I could have enough room. Because if I was sitting with someone, one of us was going to die of suffocation. Let's see. My school bus's seats had like that much leg room, like that much. I needed this much because my legs are that long. And you know, you learn something about yourself on band trips. What I learned is that I have severe car sickness or motion sickness. Because I remember like the first 15 minutes of any trip, I was like, oh yeah, let's go, let's do this. Next minute, like minute number 16, floored. I was in my seat, just laying down, in pain, holding my stomach, just like, please let it end. Let it end. And I couldn't do anything to take my mind off it. I would bring my DS so that I could do something. Then I realized, oh, reading makes me car sick. So that didn't help. And let's see, it was also in the, because, you know, we would have like 1.5 to 2 hour bus rides. It was so long. It was loud. I was just in my seat in pain. As soon as we got off the bus, I was fine. Like nothing had ever happened. I was excited. I was ready to go. You know, I had all this energy in me. The nighttime bus rides weren't as bad because then I could actually like sleep. I could sleep the pain away. Then again, I would wake up. I was just like, what's going on? And the last band trip that we had, the last away game, like here is a bus, right? Imagine my hand is the bus. I was sitting in the very back. And I just remember we were going, I don't remember how fast we were going, but the bus just, boom. Like the back, we hit like the biggest speed bump or something. Because I just remember sitting up, like, I was like, all right, you know, I'm starting to feel better. Hey, we almost there, dude. We still got like an hour. And just out of nowhere, we hit a speed bump or something. The back of the bus flies up. Like, everyone around me, like, head hits the ceiling. Mine hits especially hard. Because when I stand in the school bus, my head's already like a millimeter from the ceiling. So I hit the ceiling, I'm just like... I land back down in my seat, I'm just like, ow. Everyone in front of me is like, ow, that hurt. Anyone else? Anyone good? Because I'm not. I'm not good. And that hurt. Like, it really did. We didn't hit the same bump on, like, the way back. I don't know if we took, like, a different route or something, but that nearly incapacitated, like, everyone in the back seat. Let's see, we did go on a couple, like, you know, contest trips. I'm not going to say where we went because I don't want to dox myself. But we went out of state for one contest. And I remember, it was October. It was October. You would think in October it would cool down. It doesn't. Apparently it doesn't. Somehow it gets hotter. Somehow it gets hotter. How does that work? I don't understand the seasons where I live. One day it's hot, the next day it's wet, and then it's snowing in July. I don't understand anymore. But I remember it was so ungodly hot. Like, and it didn't help that our uniforms were black, because in case you didn't know, scientifically, black is the color that absorbs the most heat. And on a day where the sun's just pouring down, we play at noon, and there are no clouds in the sky. Well, yeah, we were pretty much cooking alive. And then the band, Parents Association decided to go, hey, let's give them Subway. Bad idea. I remember, like, eating the sandwich. It was so dehydrating. Like, I was just there, like, we were all sitting in the shade, and it was still just hot. We get to warm up, and we're all there like, all right, guys, you guys want water? Yes. I was just like, water. Yes. And about after we performed, I nearly collapsed. Like, it was that hot. I don't think anyone stopped us, because after we were done performing, and we were like, okay, we know we got to go in and watch other bands perform, because that's just what you do after you're done performing. No one stopped us from sitting under the bleachers. So the entire band just kind of sat under the bleachers. I mean, some of them sat up on top of the bleachers, but why would you want to do that? Metal bleachers, sun, hot. Me and my friends, we just sat under the shade most of the time until it cooled off in the afternoon. And that was fun. Let's see, I remember most recent band trip, we went to Six Flags. That was 11th grade, not 12th grade, because you know the whole canola oil thing. I can't say the real name, so you have to take the censored version. But you know, we were staying in a hotel. We were going to Six Flags. I had my 3 roommates, who I'm not going to name because I don't want to dox them. But we decided to go to the mall because we were going to Six Flags the next day, and we went down there the day before. So we were like, okay, everyone's going to the mall. Let's go. So we put our stuff in our room, and we're just heading down to the mall. Nothing really exciting happens there. We get some cup noodles, and I get Skittles, because our apartment had a microwave and working water. And I do say apartment because the hotel room was kind of like a little apartment. I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice little apartment style hotel room. And we go to McDonald's because we're deciding what to eat. We're just like, what about McDonald's? And it was like, everyone agrees on it. So now, of course, I get my standard Big Mac and fries because I'm me. And I recently saw videos about eating 100 nuggets. So I was like, bro, how much do you think it would cost to get 100 nuggets? So my friend goes up and asks, like, hey, how much is 100 nuggets? I didn't hear exactly how much it was, but he said it would be easier just go to Burger King and get the nuggets. I was like, all right. So we didn't do 100 nuggets, but I do want to do 100 nuggets for a video. I don't know when it will happen, but I want to do it. So, we go back to our hotel room, and at like 1 in the morning, we're watching Austin Powers because we're all insomniacs, and we have too much energy from eating cup noodles and candy. So we're just watching Austin Powers. I was like, we all decided to just watch Austin Powers because we hadn't seen it in a while, and we're just like, okay, this is as good as we remember. And out of nowhere, Danny DeVito, God himself, blessed us with his presence in Austin Powers. And I remember we all died laughing when Danny DeVito came out. I was on my back crying. I started getting hiccups. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. And all 3 of my other friends were just crying and laughing up a storm. It was to the point, it was that loud. I thought we were gonna get like a noise complaint or something. Somehow we didn't. And, thank Danny DeVito for that. But it was just a fun time overall. It was amazing. So those are a couple of band stories. I hope you enjoyed them. No, band's an experience. It is very much an experience. And if you are going to high school, I highly encourage you to check out your band program, because it's, how do I describe it? It's like having a second family. Band is truly like having a second family. You love some people you love, but you also hate the people in it. And it's an experience you're not going to get anywhere else. So I definitely recommend going in a band. Of course, you want to go into band if you have the commitment, because not everyone has the full band commitment. They're just in band because they need the credit. But, go in if you want a good experience. You're going to experience some good things, you're going to experience some bad things, but it's something you're not going to see anywhere else. So, Gluttonous Gamer, signing off. See you guys in the next video.